Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius July 18, 2022. It can be a time for a breakthrough in a project, venture, or relationship, or a time for meeting someone special. A Venus-Uranus alignment at the top of your solar chart points to some excitement, change, or a bit of agitation, particularly regarding work, business relationships, or your image, status, or reputation. Bosses, other higher-ups, or the public, in general, might see you in a special light, appreciating your unique qualities. Your creativity can be on show in some way now. Alternatively, it can become evident that you need to make a few changes in how you approach your work, and you might even feel forced to do so. Listen to creative inspiration stirring now, but avoid abrupt moves for best results. Single? Whether you're single or already romantically attached, you're likely feeling torn between following previous traditions and keeping up with the status quo, and breaking free from outdated structures that are affecting your personal life. For instance, Venus will be joining forces with freedom-loving Uranus in Taurus, which, in turn, activates your 10th house of authority, legacy, and reputation in the world. Spending time in the C-suite? Things could get pretty scandalous with this energy, especially those of you catching feelings for someone you work with and/or admire in the workplace. A bit unconventional but possible nonetheless. Expect a change in your career path when Venus conjuncts Uranus in Taurus today. The exciting and unstable conjunction shakes up your loyalty to your career. You may feel like it is time to do something unique to stand out in your career. After all, you can be professionally stable while remaining true to yourself and your desire to create a career path unlike any other. You may have a new idea that will lead to an innovative accomplishment. The conjunction could even help you embrace an unconventional professional reputation too. The Sun is spending his last full day in your financial sector at a friendly aspect to the Moon, putting them back in harmony just days after clashing as an eclipsing full moon. Yet while this is helping to fuel your financial confidence, instincts, and imagination, and while the solar spotlight is on your financial situation and money matters, it is with a better understanding of both sides of the financial fence. You have to face up to an inner test of strength, constantly pressured by other people's problems. They might even hurt your feelings or wind you up. Take a constructive approach to this difficult situation by seeing it as an opportunity to strengthen your own position and to emerge from the argument with greater self-confidence. You may need to have a few words with a friend or acquaintance who has been talking about you behind your back. It's not like you can't handle it, but it's just best to nip that kind of thing in the bud. You have every right to simply have fun with others, but with this attitude you rarely experience the feeling of true love. Being a great heartbreaker limits your experiences, not allowing anyone to break through the barrier you place around yourself. You feel sad and lonely and wonder what it is you're missing. Consider today's aspect as favorable to focus on what you are feeling, so that you can directly express it to someone else. You want to know more than whether you are happy or sad. You want to be able to express to someone in detail what you are feeling. This is the state of being truly understood. To start with, try to understand yourself. This necessarily begins with knowing what your body needs every day. Plenty of rest and healthy nourishment are just the basics. If you've been feeling a little bogged down, this is the day to turn that around. The essence of the energetic and ambitious vibration is at hand, and it can serve you very well. Perhaps a new outfit or hairstyle will give you a lift. Or maybe it's something bigger, like enrolling in a course that can help you further your career. Whatever it is that you feel you need in your day, make it happen. Don't hesitate to ask for a hand if you need some direction. Venus has the added advantage of her last full day in an adventurous part of your chart not only falling over the weekend but just as she has spent the last few days at a friendly aspect to the Moon and Saturn in a playful part of your chart. Yet the Moon has already moved on and is now more aligned with the Sun and Mercury, just a day before Venus will join them in your career sector. Venus is doing her best to not only encourage you to embrace the weekend spirit but a desire for adventure that you can hold on to even after she leaves. Thanks to the Moon's departure from your romantic sector yesterday and her friendly aspect to Saturn there over recent days, the conditions couldn't be more perfect for Venus, the planet of love's last full day in an adventurous part of your chart. The weekend is the perfect chance to embrace a mix of romance, adventure, and nostalgia. Our eyes in the sky. Investing money today can reap big returns and dividends. It's also a great day to connect with those you haven't spoken to in quite some time. If you're single, pay attention to the people you meet or engage with today. They could play an important role in your future. Embrace the positivity and good vibes. Today is a pleasant day, which is a nice change from all the cosmic chaos of last week. There's some powerful energy fueling your ambition and driving you to get a lot done today, but power struggles are unavoidable during the difficult Moon, Mars, and Pluto cardinal T-square. If you can feel the tension building between you and someone else who also wants the leadership role you're intent on playing, it's going to come to a head at some point. And when it all blows up in your face, it's not going to be pretty. You might want to have an alternate plan ready in case your authority is successfully challenged. After a brief void of course period, the Moon enters playful Leo, helping diffuse some of the more difficult cosmic energy from earlier. Luckily, you should be able to forget about some of the day's tenser moments as you play with your kids or go out dancing with friends. Being the center of attention is your main goal now, and whether it's adoring affection from a lover or all eyes on you on the dance floor, you're happy to soak up the happiness that being in the spotlight offers you now. Regardless, we will confront psychological material at this time, and we are offered protection to this end so we might understand our inner workings and unconscious motivations without getting overwhelmed. Following this connection, the Moon falls into a void lasting into the early evening. Use this time for reflection. We might think we are living in the here and now, but how much of our personality and identity hinges on nostalgia? Are our thoughts of what it means to be productive, tech-savvy, or eco-conscious actually rather inefficient and outdated? Under this influence we believe that it is our purpose, our mission, to help others modernize their lifestyles by encouraging them to think outside the box. There is freedom in liberating ourselves from old conditioning, and thankfully, others see our message as revolutionary and exciting, rather than disruptive. In the morning, the Cancer Moon trines Neptune in Pisces, stimulating our creative impulses. Ultimately, we get more from rest than from exertion now. When we allow ourselves to relax, we gain the ability to tune into serendipity and thereby develop greater trust in our intuition. We can use this influence to practice divination techniques, such as reading tea leaves, tarot, or scrying. Looking to our astrological charts can also be revelatory, not because we are seeking answers, but because we are open to receiving insights from the universe. Late in the morning, the Moon squares off with Mars in Aries, provoking tension. Our emotional needs and desires conflict at this time, creating an internal battle of wills. We risk taking our frustrations out on anyone who happens to get in our way. Obviously, this is a poor use of our energy, which can be much better applied to self-examination. Otherwise, we can get our angst out through physical activity, but should avoid competitive sports as we could accidentally injure ourselves or another when we are simply attempting to face a challenge courageously.